Grandma Rose's Open Pantry YouTube channel is the place for low carb, low glycemic dishes for the whole family, putting delicious back into healthy food. Here's Grandma Rose.
Y'all, I had a viewer ask me the other day when I made my salmon patties. Good morning, I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. And she asked me if you could use canned chicken to make patties instead of the salmon. Because I guess some of y'all out there don't like the salmon and prefer the chicken. So I told her I didn't see why you couldn't. So I went to my pantry this morning and I found 2 cans of chicken. And so we are going to make chicken patties today instead of salmon patties. I just thought I would try it because when y'all ask me questions, I really like to find out the answer. Now, I just took this out of the freezer. This is some chicken broth, homemade chicken broth, but this chicken broth in this can is too good to throw away. So what I do, I take my little container out of the freezer and I pour if I use canned chicken or anything like that, I pour my chicken broth in here and I'll stick it back in the freezer. So no need in wasting some good chicken broth. And this is good chicken broth over this chicken. I use it a lot. So I'll just stick that back in the freezer and use it next time I need chicken broth. All right. Now this is 12.5 ounce can, and I've got 2 of those. Now, I throw these in the trash, but I will wash them out before I put them in my trash can, because if I don't empty my trash can, I don't pull my bag today, then it will be smelling by tomorrow. So I always wash any of my meat cans, like salmon, chicken, anything else that I get out of a can, I usually wash it out. Now, I jotted down a few things. I'm not going to make them exactly like I did my salmon patties, but it's going to be pretty close. We've got red peppers. I'm going to put a few of those. I'm going to put some onion, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, 2 eggs, a little Worcestershire, not much. I don't put Worcestershire in my salmon patties, but I am going to put maybe a tablespoon in this. Now, I have got coconut flour out. I use almond flour in my salmon, but chicken is more coarse meat than your than your tuna or salmon. So I've got coconut flour. Coconut flour is 1/4 cup. It absorbs more than the almond flour does, so I think it's going to be a better binder than the almond flour. All right, I've got some red peppers that I've cut right here. Now I'm only going to put, I don't know, 2 or 3 tablespoons maybe of the red pepper. I'm going to put about 1/3 of a cup, I think, of the onion. And I got my little dandy chopper here that I love to use. I hadn't used it lately because I didn't have it charged, but I charged it this morning. It's a rechargeable. Okay. Let me get it. Look. I love it, y'all. It's so, especially for small things, it's really nice. Okay, now I want these chopped up pretty fine. Okay. Look at there. See? Now, I don't throw many things away, y'all. I mean, I do when I have to, but I love this little chopper so good, and my best friend gave this to me. Well, somehow, now this is about probably 2 or 3 good tablespoons. It got cracked a little bit, and it didn't want to work right. So I just took a tight rubber band and put around it, and it works perfectly. So I didn't want to buy another one. I wanted to keep using that one. That's the way my mama always did it. I mean, she would make do with what she had. If something broke and she could fix it, then she did. So I guess that's where I got it from. All right.
Her mom and daddy were frugal with a Texas-sized F.
Very frugal. Yes, they were. All right. And hopefully I learned some of the same. Well, I know I did. I learned from them. So if something breaks, I try to fix it before I replace it. Okay. Now I want about 1/3 of a cup of onions, because we love onions. All right. Let me get it on right. It's got a little button right there. You just press that little button. And this more or less minces your onion and your peppers or whatever you put in it. Okay, that is about, I think, 1/3 of a cup right there. Now, you know what? I'm going to do this other. This is the way I cook, y'all. If it doesn't look just like I want it to, then I adjust it. And I wanted a little bit more onion than that, so I'm adjusting it. That was 1/2 of a medium onion. You can find these on Amazon. Okay, that was 1/2 of a medium onion. Now I will have the recipe in the description box for y'all. I'm gonna mash this chicken up, and that's where my recipes always are. They're always in the description box.
Okay.
All right, I've got this mashed up really well. Now I'm going to put 2 eggs. I may put 3, but I'm going to start out with 2. 2 eggs. These are country eggs. My great niece from down the road brought these to me the other day, and I was so proud of them. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and add my 4th cup of coconut flour. I'm putting a teaspoon, because y'all know Roy and I really like a lot of flavor. That's a teaspoon of garlic. Even though I've got minced onions in it, I want onion powder. Now, chicken, 1/2 teaspoon, already has salt in it when you get it out of the can, so I'm only putting 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. All right, I'm going to put 1 tablespoon, excuse me, 1 tablespoon. Now this is 1/2 tablespoon right here that I'm using. So I'm putting 2 of those, which is 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. All right, now let me get all of this mixed up, and we're gonna see what it looks like. Since chicken is kind of coarse, I'm gonna cook these in my oven. Now I have an air fryer oven combination back behind me, so instead of heating up my big oven, I'm gonna use my little one. It's a toaster, an air fryer, an oven, a convection oven. My daughter Jenny gave that to me the other day. So, all right. I don't want these to be too dry, but I do want them to hold together. I'm going to do another egg. These are small eggs. So I'm going to do another egg because they're not. And I may do a little bit more coconut flour. When you're doing something for the first time, you just kind of have to work with it and see what it... I could have cooked these earlier and then showed y'all, but I said, nope, I'm going to do it in front of them and see if it works. But like I was saying, I'm going to cook these in my oven. I'm going to bake them, not fry them, because I'm not sure that they will stick together if I try to deep fry them. All right. Now, I've got some pepper jack cheese here. I'm going to put pepper jack cheese in half of them, but I'm not going to put it in all of them. I think I'm going to get another 1/4 cup of coconut flour. Okay, because they didn't look just like I wanted them to. All right, so that was a 1/2 cup in all of coconut flour. Now, if you're not trying to be gluten-free or low carb, you can use flour. But I would start off with only 1/4 cup of flour, whether it's your all-purpose, whether it's gluten-free. Now, you can use gluten-free flour in here, but I'm trying to make this as low carb as I can. So I'm using the coconut flour. You can use self-rising flour. You can use gluten-free flour, whatever flour that is in your diet. So, all right. Let me get all this cleaned up, and then we're gonna roll these out and put them in the oven.
Not zappy enough, Grandmama?
I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't know that I have ever told y'all this, but when I'm making things like this for the first time, what I do, I take just a little bit like this. I will put it in a dish. I'll put it in the microwave and cook it for like 1 minute. Everything in it is cooked. You just, you want to cook those eggs. And so that's what I did with this. And it was not quite zappy enough for me, for us. We like things, y'all know we like a lot of flavor. So I am going to put a little bit more, that's not Worcestershire. Put a little bit more Worcestershire. So I'm going to put like, let me measure it for y'all. All right. I'm going to put another tablespoon of Worcestershire. I am going to put another 1/2 teaspoon, which would be 1 whole teaspoon. Another 1/2 teaspoon of garlic. Now you can use fresh garlic here if you want to. I'm gonna put another 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Now those are garlic powder and onion powder. Now, I am going to use my little bit of Louisiana hot sauce just to give it. That was probably a 1/4 of a teaspoon, maybe a 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay, I think this is gonna zap it up just like I want it to. Let me stir all this in. I've got my oven preheating behind me, my little counter oven.
And they don't have to be writing all these changes down because you're going to put it in the final recipe.
Everything's going to be in the final recipe. Yep, in the description box. All right. Now, let me put all this over here. I've got my cheese here. That I'm going to grate some cheese in half of it, not all of it. Okay. Let me clean this up. I do not like a messy workstation. Okay. Put my cheese in my grater right there. Now, this is where you use your hands. And you make them as big or as little as you want them. I'm going to make them about like I would my salmon patties. Now, like I say, I don't think, because chicken is so coarse, I do not think you can deep fry these. You're going to have to bake them or do them in your air fryer. Because I can already tell they're not wanting to stay together. They'll be fine baked, but do not try to fry them. Now, if you use Regular flour, yes, you'll be able to fry them because regular flour is more of a glue. It sticks them together better than the coconut or almond flour would. Even your gluten-free flour will stick them together better. All right, that is 6. That's 5. I'm gonna do 6 without the cheese, and then I'm gonna put cheese in the other. So I don't know how many this is gonna make, but we'll see. All right, now I'm gonna grate some cheese, pepper jack cheese. Y'all know I love it. I keep saying that. I say that every time I use it, but I do love it. And it's gonna be probably a half a cup of pepper jack cheese. It grates better if you don't take it out like I did. I took it out probably an hour ago. It grates better if it's cold, but that's all right. It'll just have little chunks of pepper jack cheese in it. All right, let me get my spoon back, stir this up. Now the cheese will help it stick together too. All right, I think my oven is, I hear it behind me, preheating. So, all right. I'm just gonna keep rolling these out, and we'll be back when I start to put them in my oven.
So that's baked chicken patties.
It's gonna be chicken patties, that's right. So I've got my oven preheating behind me, and I'm gonna put them.
This is our air fryer oven.
Yeah, it's an air fryer. It's a convection oven, an air fryer, a toaster, and just a regular oven. So I've got it on regular, not convection, but conventional. Regular conventional. I've got it on 375 degrees. All right, y'all. You see that little thing right there? I have that left over. I want to show y'all what I do because I told you. All right, I just put it in a little dish, and I'm gonna put it in the microwave.
This is your test bite, right?
This is my test bite. This is on 30 seconds because if I was doing a bigger one, I'd do it on a minute, but this is my little tester here, so I'm doing it on 30 seconds. And my egg will be done by then. So I just want to show y'all how easy this is to taste of your food before you get through with it.
Before you cook the whole recipe and find out you didn't have it seasoned well
Right.
enough.
And you do, if you go to the trouble to put all this together and cook it, you certainly want it seasoned good. So, all right, that's done. I look at it and tell. Y'all, it's flaky, but it's holding together really nicely. Look at that. All right. I'm gonna get the taste test twice for y'all. This is hot. I love that. Y'all. Oh, that Louisiana hot sauce I put in it, man, that elevated the flavor. Okay, I just want to show y'all how I do a taste test, and we'll be back. All right, y'all.
That looks good, honey.
I want y'all to look at, these are my chicken patties. I've already tasted one. And a little bit of the cheese cooked out. They are really good. You want a cheese one or you want, now I want to show y'all what all I've got out on this table here. I've got my homemade barbecue sauce, Dijon mustard, my cranberry pepper jelly.
That she made yesterday in a video. Go check it out.
This is sugar-free teriyaki. This is GQ sugar-free sweet honey, hot sauce, Louisiana hot sauce, Chick-fil-A sauce, and GQ's sugar-free yum yum sauce. Now, you can pair this with whatever you want to.
That's right.
I think I'm gonna start with my pepper jelly. What you gonna start with, baby? And I'm gonna get one without the cheese.
I'm gonna start with a little of your barbecue sauce.
All right, this is my homemade barbecue sauce. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of my pepper jelly.
I'll take one with the cheese.
Just cause I love pepper jelly on everything. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit in my plate right here. Not much, just a little bit. All right, I need to get a fork. I'll use Roy's. How is it?
Mm.
Is that good?
That's good.
All right, a little bit of pepper jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, y'all.
Mm.
He likes to drown his. That is so good.
I bet that pepper jelly is good on it.
Man, that is good. Now I'm gonna try a little yum yum sauce. Just a little bit. Whoop! I will do a little bit more than a little bit. Okay? Because I don't know which one I like the best on it. Okay? I love yum yum sauce. I'm gonna try this. That's good with it. Whatever you like with your chicken, I think you can use on this. Y'all, this is good. Okay. Now, instead of salmon patties, if you want to make chicken patties, do them just like this. I'm telling you.
Her pepper jelly is delicious.
Oh,
It just has 2 carbs per tablespoonful, so you can use this pepper jelly and still stay.
y'all, make these. If these weren't good, I would tell you, because this is the first time I've ever tried it.
Like they are. These have no carbs.
No, no,
This is carb free.
y'all.
Keto, if you want to call it that.
All right, and when you bake them, look, they stay together so good. But like I say, I don't think I'd try to fry them.
That's good. You know what you could do to those? If they like chicken wings, hot chicken wings, they could spice those up with chicken wing spice.
I got some somewhere. Oh, I left it in the refrigerator.
But I'm talking about even mixing it in with it.
Oh, now a lot of people like hot sauce on their chicken wings, and they would also like them on these.
Could you make these teriyaki?
Yeah, you could just put whatever seasoning you wanted inside, and it would be delicious.
Freeze them for later?
You can freeze them for later. Put them in a Ziploc bag. Freeze as well. All right, y'all.
Keto snack? Breakfast, dinner, supper?
I would absolutely tell you if this had not turned out, if this wasn't good. Salmon patties are delicious, and so are these.
Do you remember the girl that suggested you try these?
I do not. I don't remember her name. But
Well,
if you're watching,
You get 3 demerits.
I know. If you're watching, chicken works well. Canned chicken. So, all right. Food feeds the family. Family feeds the heart. God feeds the soul. Make you some of these delicious, low-carb, gluten-free chicken patties. See y'all next time. Don't forget my pepper jelly videos that I put on. I've got salmon patties. I've got all kinds of delicious gluten-free, low sugar, no sugar,
Low carb,
low carb,
glycemic
low
load.
videos on. So y'all just check them out. See y'all next time.
And pass them on.